This is a really quick video. Somebody reminded me there's a really famous YouTube clip about a guy that gets a fish tank and he has rocks, pebbles, sand, and water. And what he demonstrates is that if you put the sand in first and then the pebbles, the rocks aren't going to fit. If you put the rocks in first and then pour in the pebbles kind of fit all around the rocks. And then eventually the sand will fill all the gaps around the pebbles and you can actually get everything into the tank. And the metaphor is that the tank is the amount of time you have, and the rocks are the big things you want to achieve. The sand are the sort of everyday things, the stuff that just fills our time. The pebbles is the important stuff in between. What got me thinking about this was coming out of lockdown, because my feeling is a lot of us have survived, particularly the last few months, because lockdown 3 felt way more hard work than lockdown 1 and 2. We have survived by just focusing on the sand and a few pebbles, just the really easy stuff, the routine stuff. And that's been right whilst we've been locked down, because we needed to keep things simple. We needed to feel safe. We needed to feel that we could do things that we could achieve, even if they were just the little things. The conversation I've just been having is around, actually, now that we're seeing a route out of lockdown, now that we're potentially seeing, freedoms on the horizon, it's time to start metaphorically turning our attention back to the rocks. It's time to start thinking about, actually, what do you want? What have you been kind of putting to one side whilst you focus on the small stuff for the last couple of months, because you just haven't had the capacity to think about it? But actually now is the time to start thinking about the big goals, the big things you want to achieve, the big things you want to change, the sand and the pebbles you're not content with, and actually you've got some bigger ideas and bigger dreams. So start to think about those big rocks. What are they? Think around the different aspects of your life. Is it relationships? Is it your work? Is it your fitness? Start to think about what actually you want to give some attention to, and maybe put into your fish tank and let the pebbles and the sand start to fill round it rather than the other way round.